Okay, we're here today with head men's cross country coach Ryan Foster about how the team is going to look heading into the 2017 Division II National Championships.
Yeah, we're excited. Guys, I think, are ready to go. We're healthy, which is always one of the biggest challenges, making sure that everybody's not sick, not injured, and mentally in a good place. And we're almost there. Got a few people coming off colds, but once we get those ironed out this week, I think we'll be 100% ready to go.
So, Coach, if you go ahead and talk about how the team has been training the past 2 weeks since the regionals.
So on the men's side, it's a challenging 2 weeks because you come off a 10,000 meters or 6.2 mile race, and you have to make sure you build appropriate recovery in, but also that you're doing enough to kind of keep the engines ticking over, for the national championship. So it's a small period of recovery, a very small window to do productive training, and then the last couple of days is really just making sure we're rested and ready to go. I always tend to err on the side of caution at this time of the year, and just keep it very simple and make sure we're not making any mistakes.
So, what do you know about the course in Evansville that the runners will be facing this year?
It's flat. Very similar to what we ran at regionals, maybe slightly more rolling. It has a very nice start, which is good because the positioning off the line is where we made big mistakes last year. So we've really been working on that, of making sure we can get out, and I think that course will kind of help facilitate a strong positive start. That's kind of how Edinburgh's always run, and that's what we really need to focus on this year, is getting out. Hilly, flat, I don't think for the men's team it really matters, so I don't think the course is really a factor in how we'll run. I think we'd perform about the same, regardless of the course that we're racing.
Now, your men's team is very upperclassmen heavy. How are you using that in order to help prepare some of the younger members to run the national championships?
I think for everybody except for Colton, actually in Austin Pondell, I believe this is his first national championship too. So we got a freshman for the first time and a fifth year for the first time. I think it's just a little bit making sure that everybody is aware of what's going on, because it's a different experience. It's a big competitive field. There's a higher level of stress and energy going into the meet. Even from the officials are suddenly more on their game. They're going to be yelling at you about making sure your uniforms are correct. It's just making sure that people who haven't been there before are aware of what to expect, so that they don't get kind of caught up in the moment. We had a guy last year puking at the check-in. We want to try to make sure maybe we avoid that type of being over emotional, overworked up. So I think for the experienced guys, it's just about reminding the new guys that at the end of the day, it's just another race. We've done this 6-7 times already this season. There's nothing new to it. Just be on your game and make sure that we get the job done.
So what are you expecting out of the team? How are you looking for them to finish this year at the national championships?
Sometimes it's hard to predict. Our goal going into the year was to be a top 15 team. I think if we put everything together, we can be around that. But at this meet, it's really about making sure that we get 5 really solid runs out of our 7. If we only get 4, you can drop pretty far down, because the 5th place on your team, where they're finishing in the pack, every second's worth about a point. So if your 4 and 5 aren't on, you can really give up a lot of points. So that for us is going to be the key. We've talked all season about making sure that we close our spread, the distance between our 1st and our 5th. So we're going to stress that. We obviously have a very strong front runner in Austin Pondell. He'll be shooting to be All-American, and having that low stick will really help us. And if we can put another 3 or 4 guys in the top 100, we'll be very competitive.
Okay, thank you, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.